This is Tech Gears. My name is Levi, and today I wanted to go over some of the mounts and grips you can use for your A7C. Now, this is Sony's pretty much smallest crop full sensor body, and honestly, it's about the same size as a crop body. This thing is really tiny. I usually have this with some kind of extended grip, kind of see all the mounts I have here. I did a video review before on two of the cages that came out. Since then, I actually sold one of those, returned the other one, and I have four new ones to go over. So this is the A7C by itself. You can see my pinky really has nowhere to go. It is a tiny camera and I love the size of it. This is just the kit lens, but if you start putting larger lenses on it, like the 16 to 35 GM, you could see how having a little bit of a grip there, having a little bit more to handle, and having weight on the camera really makes a difference. So we're going to go over four options here, two of my favorite, and a couple of them that have some issues, and hopefully it can help you out enjoy your A7C a little bit more. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about is actually the SmallRig with the extended silicone grip. This one with the actual grip is outstanding. Makes a huge difference when you put this on the A7C. It really adds a decent amount of weight to it, has a much better grip on it, as you can kind of see here, and allows a lot better handling. So if you are going to use it with larger lenses, this is going to go a long way in making that A7C just a little bit more adaptable. I know a lot of people say, what's the point of putting a big lens on this? Or what's the point of putting a big cage on it? And the point is, I could carry this small with me and it looks like a pocket camera, or I could use it with a larger lens and do a professional gig with a better grip and be more comfortable, and it's just super versatile. So the SmallRig cage, this one has been out probably the longest of the ones I have, and I absolutely love it. Highly recommend. This is the best cage and grip you're gonna get for the A7C that allows you to use larger lenses. All right, the next one we have here is really a third-party one. This one has been sold with kind of a wood or leather. This is just a basic black one. And if I put it on here, I can mount this temporarily just so you guys can see it. This really makes the A7C a little bit easier to grip, where it's giving me an extended grip. It's giving me a little bit more room for my pinky. And you might be saying this one is perfect. And that's what I thought, but there's a couple things I really don't like. One, and let me tighten this in just a little bit, there's no room to use this little guy, and that's the little cuff from Peak Design, so I can use my leash, where I like to keep this on here just in case it falls. There's literally nowhere on this thing to use that, as well as, even though my fingers fit here with the kit lens, pretty much any other zoom lens, this 16 to 35, any other GM lens, the 50 GM, a 24 to 70, my fingers don't fit. I end up having to go around and kind of see around the lens like that, which is not ideal. Let's see here. So I end up having to go a little bit like this, which is a weird camera hold. My middle finger has to go on top, pinky almost goes underneath, because your fingers will not fit here if you have a larger lens. So if you were looking at this style, and again, this is kind of a third party, it's not I don't know the brand that makes this. I was able to get this, I think, from just Alibaba. It works. It's great if you're using just primes and you wanted to keep this small, or you have larger hands, maybe it works, but if you have thicker fingers in any way, it just doesn't work. This is something I haven't used in a while. If you had interest in it, let me know, make an offer. I'll definitely put some details below. Next we have an L cage, and this one is by NiceyRig. And this one I actually did kind of like just because it gave me a little place for my pinky to go, as well as I was able to kind of slide this out to give me a better grip while handling. So if I'm shooting video, which I mostly do, it worked out. Now I ended up just taking this out and using it just like this. You guys can see here, hopefully, let me put it down. So that gave me a little place for my finger to sit. It really has kind of your standard mount that you can use here for any Arca Swiss. But the problem I had with this one is depending on the tripod you have, and we'll take a look here, these holes and this spacing actually didn't allow me to mount it on 2 of my tripods. So some of them it's fine if it's completely clear, but if you have anything in the middle there where you have to have this space, the whole point of having an Arca Swiss is so you can fit on multiple tripods. This doesn't do that. Now again, if I'm using this side and I'm shooting vertical, no issues there, but I just had a few issues on 2 of my tripods, one being the Peak Design tripod, where it just didn't work. Now, that being said, I also really didn't like, on a personal level, these 2 little knobs right here. And they kind of just stick up. I guess it's for safety, kind of to hold it, but aesthetically, just didn't like it. You have kind of just this giant hole in the bottom here for the battery, which allows you to open it a little easier. But all in all, the NiceyRig just feels like it was thrown together, adapted from different cameras, and didn't really take into consideration for specifically the A7C. This is another one. Again, if you have some interest, I'll put some links below or shoot me an offer. I'm happy to sell it. And finally, the one we have is a brand that I actually didn't know of until in the past. I actually bought a 6500 kit APS-C camera, and it had this same bottom grip. And I thought, man, that is so comfortable. I ended up selling the 6500, and this is by Weepoto, W-E-P-O-T-O, Weepoto, and it absolutely fits beautifully on here. Let me mount it for you guys. So it takes the traditional tiny form factor of the A7C, and I think really does a great job accenting the A7C. It actually has the same kind of color or texture that the A7C does down here with kind of a faux leather. Follows the lines of the camera, probably the best of all the grips, and really doesn't make it wider, kind of a longer grip like this one did, but just made it a little bit lower. So it actually will, you can see if I can put it here, give you a really nice grip on the camera. Now, this also has much more clearance on the bottom here, so it allows it to fit on pretty much all my tripods with less issue. It does have the built-in tool, which you're saying, yeah, don't they all? No, this one actually doesn't come with any tool. You have to screw it on, you have to find one. So obviously the SmallRig almost always does in all of theirs, I think every single one. The NiceyRig came with this little tiny circle thing that was annoying, but it works. But this was just very poorly engineered, even though it's a great idea. So if I were to improve on this, maybe I would like a little more extension, but honestly, it's fairly comfortable. Even if you have big hands, your pinky has somewhere to rest. You have a nice grip on there. And I do like, for some reason, this is personal, I don't think it makes it better, this is the only one that opens to get to the battery. And I like that because they don't have to put a cutout, they don't have to put a latch. They just put that little mount there, and it just allows it to have even more clean lines but still get to the battery. So very simple workaround, works incredibly well. This is the one I've kept on my camera the most. Again, the only thing I don't like about it is there's no real space for these little Peak Design lashes, which I do like to have. And I have it on this one because it can keep it on there. I have it on this one. There's no space to put it on here. I almost want to drill one out here just so I can keep it there for safety. I do have one on this side, And then I will change this out and put this one on there. So I will keep this on my neck for like events when you have a long time, you just have the camera in your hand and you have heavier lenses. But this has made this so much more enjoyable. Weepoto, highly recommend this. Put the link below. This is the one that I've been debating if I should sell my A7C. I love it so much, but as I get more gigs, I'm debating if I need a little bit more camera, whether it's an A7S or an FX3 or another A7 IV, which I'm using right now. But this is the keeper for me, as well as the SmallRig. These two grips, along with no grip, just keeping it as small as possible, really just give a lot of versatility to the A7C, so it adapts to what you want it to do. So love these grips. Hopefully this helped you out between looking at the kind of the Chinese one that has different colors. You see this on eBay. There might be a few on Amazon. The NiceyRig, which does give you the L bracket and does work pretty well. The SmallRig, and I highly recommend this one with the grip over the one without it, as there's nowhere to put your pinky. And then finally the Weepoto one, which has just been my absolute favorite. Hopefully this helps you out. If you guys have any questions, or if you're looking to purchase an A7C and would like to purchase it with this, with the kit lens and that, I probably will make it available. I'll put a link in the description below. I really do love it. This is a beautifully well executed camera. It just does so much really well. Guys, girls, this is Levi with Tech Gears. Hopefully that helped you out. Really appreciate your support. Give this channel a thumbs up, and I will come at you later.